Hi there guys and girls, and welcome to Ask TMK Episode 2 Part 3, the final part. Yeah, it's good to get this finally finished. Yeah, I didn't expect so many questions to come in. But yeah, there's been about... I've grouped them into 50 lots, but some of the people asked more than one question. So all up, it's probably been a roughly... 200 questions sent in, maybe, if I counted them all individually, which I haven't done, but it'd be very close to 200. So yeah, thanks for sending me all your questions. I'm just going to jump right in now and answer the last group of 50. Okay, so let's start. I haven't even changed my shirt, you see. I've been so busy today, not even wearing the TMK shirt. Can you believe it? Oh well, I'm wearing the postal shirt. I hope it's not too dirty. I was mowing the lawn before, grass was going everywhere. It's crazy, mate. Alright, question 101. What is your least favourite thing about Mortal Kombat? Ooh. That's hard. My least favourite thing. Something does come to mind. I mean, there's a lot of little things I could say that I don't like, but there is one thing that comes to mind. When Mortal Kombat went from 2D to 3D, they struggled a lot with trying to find its place. I think they've found a really good spot now with what they're doing with the new one, but obviously I still need to play it again because I only got to play. I'm lucky I got to play it, but I've already pretty much forgotten everything I did. So one of the things I found annoying when it first went to 3D was I loved it because it was MK, but after a while I realised I missed the uppercut, I missed the roundhouse, I missed the sweep, I missed those standard moves, you know what I mean? The fly kick was still there and that, but because it became 3D it became so complicated, and like some characters did have a trip, but it was different for everyone, and it was hard to just think, like, the good thing about the 2D MKs was you were able to just pick up and play and learn the special moves, and then every character was the same. Every character had a trip, a roundhouse. You could pick up any character once you learned the base set of moves, and then learn the specials, and then learn the fatalities, and slowly build your skill up. With Deadly Alliance, every character was different. Deadly Alliance Deception, every character was different. You had to learn everything, and when I think about it, when I think back to Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, I didn't master all the characters, I'll be honest guys. I did not master all the characters. I picked maybe 5 from each game. And I played as every character, don't get me wrong, but I picked maybe 5 and mastered them. And I just didn't want to sit there and memorise how to do a trip with every character being different, you know what I mean? Like, it just seemed like a waste. So, it sort of bugged me that they couldn't just keep it in there, like, back and low kick, or even... The thing I liked in Deception was when they put back the uppercut, every character had it. You just press down and Y. And it was like, that worked good, And I wish they'd done that in Armageddon and then done it for every character. You just push down and A or something and you would do a trip, I think they're doing that in the new MK. So that's something that sort of bugged me a bit about Mortal Kombat. That question was asked by Coric Jr., by the way. Question 102, Simmer1983 asks, would you date Ed Boon if he asked you out? And if so, what is the nastiest thing you would consider doing to him to unlock some secret facts about MK? That's sick. Well, I don't date men, I date women, when I can. Do you mean a date? Like, I don't know, like if Ed Boon said you want to go out for a beer, I'd say yeah, like as friends, I go out with my friends, have a beer. What is the nastiest thing I would consider doing to him? Nothing. Come on. I'm not that bad, I'm not that obsessed with Mortal Kombat. Some secret facts about MK. I don't know how many secret facts there really are. I mean, I'm sure that Ed Boon would know a lot of stuff that went on in the design process, but when the game comes out, people like me hack our way through it and pretty much find out all the secrets anyway, so yeah, that's a bit of a weird question. Next question, 103 asks, I'm no goth 1. Yo dude, happy for you about the 8,000 subscribers. Here's my questions. Goro, Kintaro and Motaro have an all-out brawl. Who wins? Kintaro, man. Kintaro would fuck them up sideways. Kintaro is the best out of those three characters. You know what would happen? Would Goro and Kintaro would team up first, and they'd fuck up Motaro because he's a centaur and they're Shokan and they're enemies, you know. And then Goro and Kintaro would fight, and Kintaro would win. Question 104. Creator of K. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Do I have a boyfriend? No. No, I didn't ask that. Next question. Question 105. Impressive Jeff. I have always been a fan watching your videos and all of your reviews, but my favourite is your gaming collection. But I was hoping if you could make a TMK tour, TMK's gaming collection part 3. Well, I could, but I showed you pretty much everything. And then I moved house, and I rearranged some things, and it's a fucking mess. I'm telling you, you guys don't see. Over here, it's I've been here a year in this place almost now, and I haven't put any of this stuff away because I don't know what I'm doing. I might end up going back home or something. Because it's expensive living here, and I don't have much money. So it depends on what my parents are doing. They're considering moving interstate, so it's up to them. But if that's why I haven't really bothered putting stuff away. I've just left stuff in boxes. Like if I have to move again, it'll be easy that way. But there's stuff everywhere. I can see from here, I've got all the Mortal Kombat PC games stacked up over there, so it's just crazy. Maybe one day, yeah, I'll do more about about my games, I've got a few new ones, so... question 106, Valfar asks, what's your favourite fighting game after MK, and why do you personally like MK more? MK has charm to it. All the characters and everything have, stories, and it was never really a gore thing for me. Like the gore thing was cool, it was shocking and got a good laugh out of it and everything. But it was more the stories that I liked, the stories of the characters, and I liked that the first one was a tournament and the second one was an Outworld and was like a continuation. But it was on Shah Khan's ground, so it was all sus. And then MK3 was like in the city, an illegal invasion. It wasn't a proper tournament. So the progression of the games was always really cool. And that's what I like. Even this new one continues on from Armageddon, which I think is great. I just hope there's a really cool intro. I mean, I reckon there is. But I reckon the new one's going to open. I'm hoping you're going to actually see something from Armageddon and then go... I'm sure there's going to be something. Because Raiden sends a message back to himself or something. But I hope you actually see Shah Khan. Shah Khan beats everyone, apparently. Shah Khan gets to the top of that Temple of Argus. Gets to the top of the tower. Gets the power. I'm hoping you see that in the video. And then Raiden does something to send the message back. But that's my favourite thing. What other fighting game would I like after MK? Shit. I guess you mean current ones, so like Tekken, Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter. I'd say Killer Instinct if I can have that. If it had to be something current like now, I really don't play them, I'll be honest. Sometimes, you know what, I'll be honest, sometimes I'll have a quick game of Street Fighter 4 on arcade, but I love playing, it's cause it's on arcade. I love playing arcade games. I really miss the fact that I can't play MK in arcades anymore. It pisses me off. I went into arcade in Sydney last week or the week before, and I swear, literally, this arcade had 6 Street Fighter 4s, it had 6 Tekken 5, the latest one, 5 or 6. They even had that BlazBlue game that someone asked me about if I played that in... Ever since that guy asked me that question, I'm like, no, I've never heard of it. And then I go to Sydney and I see 3 BlazBlue arcade machines. Then the Evo tournament, they have BlazBlue as one of the Evo games, and now I keep seeing BlazBlue everywhere. I've never heard of it before this guy asked me this question. And, so it was just, I hate it. Because, part of me wants to go in the arcade and see Mortal Kombat in there, And there have been times when I've gone into arcades and they've had older games. And I had MK1 in an arcade for a while here in Melbourne, but they pissed it off. But it pissed me off because I probably wasn't making that much money. Even when I owned my own arcade machine, MK1, I still put money into it just to, you know, support it. But if they put MK2 in there, it would have done heaps more bank, man. MK2, you know, better two-player game. So, blah, 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 blah. Question 107, WWE DX 2007 asks, what is your favourite MK Deadly Alliance fatality? Let me think. Let me not rush this. There were some really good ones. I like Johnny Cage's brain rip. That was pretty fucked up. I think I'm going to have to go, even though Scorpion's my favourite, I'm just going to have to say Scorpion. I think when the harpoon through the head was pretty cool. I thought that was wicked. Yeah, I like that one. Question 108. Moy Joke 13 asks, are you going to do an MK2 retrospective? I am. I want to do an MK2 one, an MK3 one, but I don't want to rush into them. I know a lot of people really liked the MK1 retrospective I did. I put a lot of work into that, I'll be honest. A lot. And a lot of time and things have gone into it. And I've just, you know, I've found all those little clips and put them in the back of my head and just sort of thought one day I'd just chuck them together. But with MK2, there's not as much. And I feel like if I do it now, like if I just rush into it and do it now, the content's going to be so much less that people are just going to say, oh, I like the MK1 one better. You know what I mean? Like, I think the thing that made the MK1 retrospective special, well, the thing that I really liked about it, was I had so much behind the scenes shit built up. But MK2 stuff, there's not much. I really don't have much. I've got the stuff from the Arcade Treasures, but you've all seen that. A lot of the stuff I put in the MK1 stuff was stuff that people hadn't seen before, like the Games Master thing, you know, that had Sonya and Daniel Panizza. And, you know, no one's ever seen Elizabeth Malecki outside that video. No one, you know, so, like, stuff like that made it really cool. And I want to do the MK2 one, but I want to do a good job too, so I'm sort of taking my time with it. But, you know, if it takes too long, I might just go ahead and do it. But, you know, when I've got spare time, I sort of, you know, patter around YouTube looking for clips and that. But I haven't been able to find much, so I might just have to do it. I even asked Ed Boon if he had anything he could give me, and he said he couldn't think of anything off the top of his head, so I've got that saved as a picture that I'll put when I do the retrospective for MK2. Question 109, Mind That Fool. Who's your favourite and least favourite character? Scorpion's my favourite character. Kai is my least favourite character, as you know. Mocap as well. I know Mocap was a joke though, so I can sort of forgive that. Who else? Dairu. Fucking hated Dairu. Man. I know there's a lot of Dairu fans out there, believe me. I think that he had really good combos or something, but I just hated the character. I looked at the character and I was just like, it's just not doing it for me. Do you know what? You know, there's characters like that in Mortal Kombat. You just look at them and you're like, Dairu was that character for me. I'm just like, I hated his story. I hated his look. I hated everything about him. I was pissed off. Yeah. Question 110. In Theory 32 asks, do you feel that even though MK is getting a lot of attention from the fans, the big sites like IGN and GameSpot are still sweeping it under the rug so they can focus more on Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and other games? What do you think this is happening? Actually, I find that this pisses me off about sites like IGN and GameSpot. They're hyping it up a lot more than older games, and it pisses me off because like the older games, yeah, they gave videos and that, but they didn't promote them as much as they are now. They're like really like on board now because, you know, it looks so good. But, you know, all the MKs have been good. And I just think they were a bit unfair to, you know, a couple of last few games, you know. Even though they weren't up to par, let's be honest, they still had their worth. Yeah, I know Capcom always do, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or 2 or whatever. Think about it. There's only 3 Marvel vs. Capcom games. They work on those a lot, you know. They really balance the fuck out of them. So, you know, when they come out, they're really good games. I think IGN and GameSpot have been pretty fair in comparison with Mortal Kombat and Marvel vs. Capcom with stuff. But I'll be honest, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom, I can jump on the Capcom FTP and I can get access to all the artwork and that. There's tons of it. But with Mortal Kombat, it's really strict. They've really, you know, I'm not going to rant, but, you know, like you guys know, they've really restricted, not even the big, you know, not just the fans, but even the big sites. There hasn't been as much media come through. There's barely any screenshots. There hasn't been much art. It's been just a slow trickle coming through. And I think that's hurt the game a bit. That hurt the promotion a bit of the game, you know. We're all excited for it, but the more you have, the more you can spread it out and like keep it going and keep it in people's heads that MK is coming, you know. If you have one screenshot and then a big break, you know, people forget about it, you know, then the excitement drops down. Okay. Question 111. RKO guy asks, have you seen the MK2 secret character clues in the arcade version or the home system versions? I have. I've got pictures of a lot of them. I'll put them in the retrospective when I do it. What games do you have for your Commodore 64? I got a lot, man. A lot. Alright. I got a box of games there too, but here's a disc box I got. So there's Tusker, Castle Master, Robocop, Green Beret, Power Drift, Last Ninja 2, Indiana Jones, World Games, Double Dragon 2, The Simpsons, Bart vs. the Space Mutants, Last Ninja 3, the games that come with the Commodore 64, the Pro Pack disc, Cyberzone and Treasure Raiders, Bowling Night, Mothership, Thud, Aliens from Subterranea, the Temple Curse, The Last Planet, Island of Spies, Five-A-Side Soccer, Slapshot 2, Beach Blanket Volleyball, yeah, they sound like shit, Shadow Warriors, Combat School, The Last Ninja 1, Predator, Grisor, Barbarian, Platoon, Target Renegade, Karnov, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Street Hassle, Galactic Games, Labyrinth, Fire Trap, Big Trouble in Little China, X-15, Commando, Monty, Leaderboard Golf, Operation Wolf. Right, I'm into weird stuff now. Black Thunder, Phoenix Revenge, Slam Ball, Commando, Monty, Ghostbusters, Pit Stop 2, Raid Over Moscow. That was a cool game. Double Dragon 1. Oh, that's Lead Storm, I think. LED Storm, wasn't it? Wonder Boy in Super Wonder Boy, which is Wonder Boy Monsterland. Realm of Impossibility, Night Driver. Blue Max, Pole Position. International Karate. Cave Fighter. Yeah, there you go. You know, a lot of the games that I got now. But like I said, there's more here in the boxes, but that's most of them. Alright, there. Out of MK, this is another question from the same guy. Out of MK 1, 2, and 3, who was your sub boss? Goro, Kintaro, Motaro. Kintaro! Question 4. Are you going to review? Are you going to review MK2 and Ultimate MK3 for the Sega Saturn? I am. I've got them. It's just that I've slowed down with the reviews because when I do them, I want to do them good now. No use making a crap video. In fact, I was going back looking at some of my old videos and oh god, they're bad. Bad quality. What was your least favourite character ending from MK from 1 to 4? Least favourite character ending? Shit. Let's say if I talk to MK1, I'd say it'd probably be, my least favourite ending would have been, I like them all. Shit. The Liu Kang one was a bit boring, you know, bit sort of obvious. MK2, let's say, Raiden's ending. MK3, oh, there was a lot, I don't really remember. One of the characters I didn't like Shiva or something. MK4, with someone. Again, I didn't like Kai, your lightning stuff. Question 112, Sean Adam. I am not an RPG or MMORPG head, but I have long felt that an MK style living, breathing multiplayer universe would be sick. I vision a player starting by creating a character. None can play as the MK original because they will meet these NPCs in Outworld. NPCs. Something character. Yeah, someone told me that once. Edenia, the Netherrealm, etc. The player can join one of many MK factions, and the classic MK PvP fighters can still be used if two human players should encounter one another. Your thoughts? That's my exact thoughts. I've had that thought many times. In fact, I had a lot of ideas, like, say, you design your character, but then you join a clan. So if you join the Black Dragon, obviously Kano's your leader. No one can be Kano, and Kano gives you missions to do. Same thing for Scorpion, Sub-Zero, everyone. Like, if you join the Special Forces, you got Jackson Sonya. Or if you join Scorpion's clan, the Shirai Ryu, you got, Scorpion. Or Lin Kuei, you got Sub-Zero, Or the Sorcerer's Guild, you got Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, I had all these ideas too. And I thought it'd be really cool. And I thought it'd be really cool when you get conflicting missions and you got to fight other people to see who wins and who beats the mission. It's like it picks two people, and uses them in a mission. I had the exact idea, and I think it'd be fantastic if they did do something like that. Question 113, Jago Jar 12345 asks, any news on the new Mortal Kombat movie, mate? Also, would you check out my trailer for my new horror film, A Date with Ghosts? It's going to be a feature that's going to enter cans. Cool. With it, give me some feedback on the trailer. Also, how do you make your videos so long on YouTube? Can only do 10 minutes in the UK. The reason I can make long... I'm going to finally answer this question. The reason I can make long videos on YouTube is because I signed up in June 2000, straight away when YouTube was new, and I chose Director Account. Now, Director Accounts back then, when they were promoted to partner, YouTube partner, were able to make hour and a half videos. That's why. I don't think you can do that anymore. I'm a partner on YouTube, which means I get to have banners and everything because I'm so viewed on here. I'm so popular. I'll check out that video too, that you're entering into cans. I think that'll be great. Any news on the new Mortal Kombat movie? Yes. You've probably seen it by now, but yeah. They're doing the 10 episodes web series with the original actors, and then they're going to do a feature film. And yeah, they've already announced most of the cast are going to be in it. And I'm just hoping they put everyone from Rebirth in. I mean everyone. The guy that played Reptile, Johnny Cage, Baraka. We need all those characters in the web series and the movie. Because, they made that. And changing someone now would be stupidity, It wouldn't be cool. Question 114. Scozza4491 asks, What games are you looking forward to in 2011 besides MK? Ooh, well, Dead Space 2. I've been playing that a bit. What else? Gears of War 3. Yes. 3DS. Paper Mario. Might check out Resident Evil 3DS. That's all I can think of for now off the top of my head. Question 115. Real Sub-Zero. Question 1. Did you own all game machines? Or what you have? Atari 2600. Yep, pretty much. I'm missing a few. I'm missing Neo Geo. I'm missing Virtual Boy. Oh, excuse me. I've got SNES. I do have an Atari 2600 that I purchased. Question 2. Did you have a 2 or 3 given name? I do. My name's Whit Cunningham. It's on my YouTube, so I'm not going to give you my middle name though. Question 3. Do you have a brother or sister? I have a sister. She lives in Queensland, where I used to live. Question 116. Stephen Johnson 90 asks, what are your top 5 favourite characters in the new MK based on what we've seen so far? It's hard for me to answer this question because there hasn't been that many characters revealed. I'm definitely gonna say Scorpion, obviously. I'm definitely going to say Molina looks sick. Katana looks great. Reptile and Striker. Really looking forward to playing a Striker. I reckon he's going to be fucking badass. All the Striker haters are going to like freak out. Oh, that was his first question. He's got more. Question 2. What 4 characters from MK4 what 4 characters from MK4 and on that you hope are DLC? Excluding Quan Chi. MK4. Shit. Let me think. I don't want Jarek. Fuck that. I just want Kano. I don't want Kai. Fuck him. I don't want Shinnok. Fuck him. That like leaves me with all the characters anyway. I can't say Quan Chi. That leaves me with that's all the normal characters. I'm going to move on to the next question. What do you think about the collectors and tournament editions and also the classic costumes and Fatality pre-order bonuses? I think they're wicked. I'm actually quite worried because I've got an order down at my local EB Games here in Australia for a collectors and tournament because it's listed on their system, but the tournament edition's only coming out in America. That's the one with the arcade stick. So I've ordered one from America as well, but I have to do all this shit to make sure I get it, and they haven't even sent like an email confirmation out, and I think it's really dodgy because they're going to try and ship it when it comes out then, and I have to go to my bank and do all this stuff, and it's a real headache. So I hope I get it, but I've got a pre-order down in the States at GameStop for the collectors and tournament. It costs $80 to ship them, $40 US each. Fuck me. Question 4. What character that we have yet to see from MK1 to 3 are you looking forward to seeing? Shit. Kintaro. Question 117. Tommy Stockley. Hang on, I think I already answered these. There's a character. What character? I think I answered some of these questions. Some people really spammed it. His first question was, how do you feel about the recent list of characters on the official website? I'm sure I answered that. Question 2 was, how do you feel about Striker being in the game? I think it's fucking awesome. Question 3 was, with the characters that have already been leaked, do you think the MK team will try and finish the MK1 to... Of course they will. MK1 to UMK3 roster. Question 4 was, with the game returning to 2D roots, do you think it will be possible for Motaro to make a comeback? I don't want Motaro in the game. Question 5, I read on your Twitter, KO3, what the fuck, where, when, tell me everything you know. That was a joke. I tried to trick Rare Games into like responding so I could respond back. Like, I said, is it true that you guys announced Killer Instinct 3? And I sent it to Rare. And I wanted them to reply back with, no, we never announced that. And I was going to reply back with, well, why the fuck not, you know? Question 118, Martino007. Hi there, how are you? I'm Martin. So what kind of music do you like and why? Have you ever took any martial arts self-defense lessons, like Taekwondo, karate, kickboxing, or whatever? I don't need to take any martial arts defense lessons, man. I just do my Mortal Kombat moves, man. Just throw my harpoon, get over here, throw my freeze, no worries, man. It's funny you ask. My dad's actually, well, was, and not anymore. He was a Taekwondo instructor, black belt, 3 dan, I think. Yeah, when he was young, when he was like, you know, a lot younger. You know? Now he's, you know, stopped doing it, you know, he's put a bit of weight on here, you know, had a few too many beers like me. But yeah, he used to, you know, he'd done the whole thing. He's done the whole test your might thing and broken all the tiles, you know. I remember seeing that. That was what he had to do to get the black belts, smash all the tiles. I remember that. I was really young. As for music, what kind of music I like anything that's catchy. I recently saw Rammstein at Big Day Out. They were awesome, you know, and I'm not even a Rammstein fan. I only knew Angel from the MKA soundtrack. But when I saw him live, oh, fucking what a great concert. Du Hast was my favourite song. Du Hast was just a crazy song. Really goes off. Du Hast mich. Du hast mich. Yeah, fucking awesome song.
Du hast mich. Du hast mich. Du hast mich.
Yeah. So anything like I love heavy guitar. You know, love stuff like that. Question 119. Loyal Vamp 666. What game do you play besides Mortal Kombat? I play a lot. Dead Space, Assassin's Creed, Commodore 64. I play heaps of games. Phoenix Wright, a lot. Question 120. Danabel Azzy. If you could tag team on MK9 with a friend from Xbox or PS3, who would it be? If I could tag team on MK9 with a friend, like what friend? I don't know. There's so many of you guys out there that want to challenge me. It's sort of scary. Question 2. When you die, oh great. What do you want YouTube to remember about you? Just remember that I was a true fan, man. A true fan. I wasn't one of those hick MK fans that has a website and doesn't care when they do the updates, you know. Like you can tell, it really comes through. It's just work for them, do you know what I mean? Even me, you know, even though when I update my website I'm sort of straight to the point, but you know, I'm a true fan because when I talk I do videos, you know. Not many people do videos on MK websites. You can hear my passion. So I just want people to remember that. Question 121. Dubstep Shogun. Do you have any unreleased renders of Striker or his Vault concept art? Vault concept art? I haven't seen it. I'm sure there'll be something for Striker eventually. But so far there's only been one screenshot that just came out a few days ago. Or actually it might be a bit longer. With that Paulo Garcia article. It was on GameSpot, sorry. Question 122. Divin Bothman asks, what's your biggest fear for the new MK? I hope they don't give away too much, you know. They recently gave out a hidden character. In the latest video they said if you look in the video there's a hidden clue, and no one could find it until now. I just now read on Twitter before I started this video, someone figured it out. I retweeted it. So if you don't want to hear it for the next 10 seconds, block your ears, because apparently if you watch the standard def version of the video it says smoked in there, but it's not in the HD one, so obviously smoke's going to be in it. Yeah, I don't want to know that stuff. Keep it secret. Keep it totally fucking secret. That's the best thing you can do for this game. Keep the secrets as secrets. I even told Ed Boon, I said, come on, I thought you weren't going to reveal secrets, you know. Question 123. Should there be a DLC for the original pit stages, including the pit 2 and the pit 3 stage? That'd be cool. I think that'd be great. In fact, they have the technology in place to do that, they said, so it could happen. Let me check the time. Jesus, already past the 30-minute mark. Gotta speed up. Question 124. Name L3SS Tyranto asks, actually, if there was going to be a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, would you like to see that happen and why? I'd love to see that happen. I'd love to rip Brody's fucking head off. Who wouldn't? Question 125. 666 Andre 666 asks, TMK, what is your favourite MK game? Just curious. Mortal Kombat 1. Question 126. Rocky's Beats asks, do you think Kratos is unfair and out of place in MK9 because he has 2 giant swords while the other fighters are hand-to-hand combatants? Do you think the Predator would make a good guest character in MK9 or in a future MK game? I think the Predator would make a great guest character. I don't think Kratos will be too unfair. They're making sure that the game's balanced. Just because he has swords doesn't mean, you know, he can kick. Scorpion has 2 swords. If you look on his back, he has 2 crossed over. So it's going to be the same shit. Question 127. Skater Tom 55678 asks, who's your favourite character in Mortal Kombat and why? Scorpion. He just kicks ass, got a great backstory, and he's got the harpoon. Get over here. Question 128. In Theory 32 asks, do you think the upcoming MK game will bring MK back to Street Fighter versus MK days, or will MK still be thought of as a subpar fighter in comparison, which I think is fucking stupid mindset anyway. You're right, it is a stupid mindset, but there has been a few balance issues in the last games, but you can't really pick on Armageddon. Armageddon's a fighting game that had 64 fucking characters in it. No other fighting game's dared done that. So you got to give Midway fucking props for that shit. This new game, they're really focusing on balance more. So yes, I do think that it will give Street Fighter a run for its money. However, if they had to put the fucking thing in arcades, then it would have given it so much more steam to come back. You know, because arcades are still big. You know, so it's a bit of a shame they didn't think about doing that. Especially because it looks so good too. It looked great on an arcade. Question 129. The truth in all. Hey Luke, your vids are awesome, man. Great stuff. Is there any chance that we will get to see our Christmas special this year? Maybe you could do an unboxing on Christmas. That'd be pretty cool. Well, it's past Christmas now. I've never really done a Christmas special. I did do like a video about how bad the jokes were a few years back, and I believe it or not, I actually got the Christmas jokes from this year, or last year I should say, and the ones from the year before. I never did the videos, but I went around all the tables and took all the jokes, and I just didn't get the time. I did that, my top 10 video game franchise of all time. That video took so long to make. I thought it'd take a day, and no. Sort of screwed things up a bit. Unboxing on Christmas, you mean like a game or something? I didn't get much this year. I got clothes. That'd be like a really shit unboxing video. It's a t-shirt. Question 130 asks, Blind and Chains X40. Do you think that Taven, Dagon and Shijinko should be in this new MK? If you do, what old moves from Armageddon should they have, and what new ones would you want them to have? Playing as Taven wasn't too bad actually. It's pretty funny. He had some pretty cool moves. I like Shijinko a lot more though. He had a good story. But yeah, he borrowed moves from everyone. He was like another Shinnok. Question 2. Do you think that in future games that they should keep Sub-Zero's arms normal or made of ice? Also, do you think Disturbed's song Another Way to Die was a good choice for MK? I think Disturbed's Another Way to Die song was a great choice for that trailer. I'm not sure how they're going to use it in the game, but it was perfect. Got me really pumped when I saw that shit. As for Sub-Zero, I always liked that his arms weren't frozen. You're either a frozen arms guy or not. I actually liked that the ice came out of his hands. If you look in the original MK1, when Sub-Zero freezes like that, he creates something here in his hands and throws the ice. The ice wasn't on his arms, and I like that. It just seemed like if the ice was on his arms, you couldn't live. You'd be dead or something. I don't know. I actually liked more that it was more human, but had supernatural powers. So when the ice was on his arms, I thought it was a bit sort of silly. I liked that he breathed frost out of his mouth though. because that is still a normal thing, but I don't know. You know, it's not as extreme as having frozen arms. So, oh, next last page. All right. Yeah. Okay. Question 131. MK Woohoo asks, how many more MK games do you think will be made in the future? Wow. I think they'll keep pumping them out. I don't want to see the end, but as long as they keep making them good, people will keep buying them. Question 132. WWE Music Griffin asks, what do you think the new battle plan should look like for the new Mortal Kombat? That's a great fucking question. It should be old school because they're going back to the old school roots, so it should be like tower style, like that. But it should look badass. There should be some really cool looking shit on it. It's going to be mostly based in Outworld, so if you think back to the MK2 battle plan, you had a big mountain, big Outworld mountain with Shao Kahn on the top with his arm up like that, and then you had all the boxes like that. Then you had that purple sort of sky in the background, so it should be something very similar to that. Question 133, Bleeding Walls 420 asks, what do you think of Primal Rage TMK? Never really played it. I believe that's a Midway game, actually, maybe. I'm not sure. I never really played it much, so, you know, I didn't care about it. Focused all my time on MK. Question 134, Scozza4491 asks, what games do you look forward to in 2011? Already answered that one, so I'm going to move to the next question. Question 135, 25 Cool Y1. Question, why are you going to get the tournament edition? Oh, sorry. So are you going to get the tournament edition of MK? Hopefully. As I said, if things work out, I'll have one. And this next question, have you seen the leaked vid with the voices and the rest of the characters that are going to be in the Mortal Kombat leaked vid? Someone probably made a YouTube video with all the sounds and that. Yeah, I got all that stuff. I get pretty much everything. Question 136, Chris Valez asks, how excited are you about the new MK? Would you run around naked in the street for a free copy of it? Also, what type of shampoo do you use for that goatee beard mustache? It's a weird question. Would I run around the street for it? No. Normally I get a free copy anyway of stuff. I don't know if Warners are going to do it though. They've been a bit funny during this promotion. But every other game company in existence has given me free copies of MK. I even got a free copy of MK on the iPhone. Well, I got offered one, but I'd already bought it, so I said don't worry about it. Yes, so I wouldn't run around naked in the street for it. What type of shampoo do I use? I use Garnier Fructis shampoo. Question 137, Killjoy95261 asks, hey TMK, my question is, if NetherRealm decides to put DLC characters in MK9, they are, weren't in MK1 to 3, who would you want in there? My choice is personally Havoc. The one in MK1 to 3, Quan Chi, Notara, Frost maybe, Zombie Liu Kang, yeah. Question 138, Long Vang, would you rather play MK on a fight stick or controller? I would rather play on a fight stick. I used to say controller, but I really have trouble with these controllers, so I'm hoping it's going to be a lot easier to play on a fight stick. Oh, I got time. Good. Question 139, The Break Battle. Do you think there should be brutalities in MK9? Yes, I do. Question 140, Deadly Eye Drew 85 asks, how are you progressing in Mortal Kombat versus Detective Comics Universe? Or DC Universe. Combo Challenge. Do you still play it? Which characters have you completed? Do you have any tips? I've owned it for a year and a half and I've still yet to complete a character. Do you have any tips for the fatalities that have a directional pad in the pad up in the sequence? How are you doing in Combo Challenge? I gave up on Combo Challenge, I'll be honest. The closest I got was with Sonya. I did really well with Sonya. I was up to her 9th sequence. and I could do it. I could do the fucking night sequence, but it wouldn't connect. And man, I really hated that. I really, with Mortal Kombat, I'm the Mortal Kombat guy, but I love to do everything. I love to complete everything, and that really pained me not being able to do those combo challenges. Not one. I haven't done one combo challenge at all, and it shit me because I had almost all the other achievements I could get except those combo challenge ones. Pissed me off, man. So I just gave up. Just put it aside. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I literally sat there for like an hour or two on the one character trying to link it, and I'm just like, this is fucked. It won't fucking link, and maybe I'm just too slow. Tips for directional pad with up in whole block, man. That's what I do. You can whole block and do a fatality. Back, forward, down, up, and then let go of block and press high punch. It'll work. So whole block while you're tapping the directions in, then let go just before you press the activate button, like high punch or low punch, or X or whatever. That's why I like that in Deadly Alliance and Deception. You could switch to fatality mode, flick that across, and it didn't matter if you pushed up. Question 141, Scozzo4491. I think he did ask a question earlier. You cheat. You cheat. I'll answer your question. Just wondering, what are your thoughts about the whole R18 plus debate we have in Australia? Well, funny you should mention that, because I was one of the first guys to send a letter to the Prime Minister of Australia saying how disappointed I was with how certain games were being banned. And I said we need an R rating in Australia. That was before you saw any brochures in game. That was before you saw any brochures in EB games. That was before you saw anything on the web in Australia, and that was before you saw anything at all the shows about R18 plus. Those guys wear those red t-shirts with the R. Before all that, 2004, around the time of Deception, that's when I started. That's when I sent that letter, and I got a reply from Philip Ruddock, the Attorney General of Australia. He sent pretty much the standard stuff like, this is the guidelines for Australia, but he also sent another part of his letter said the reason we couldn't have it was because of the it needed to be a unanimous bill passed in Australia to get the R18, and obviously that fuckwit from South Australia, Michael Atkins, that no one likes, was stopping that for years and years. And recently he's fucked off, and they're seriously looking at an R18 plus rating now. Put it this way, that survey that they did about having an R18 in Australia is the biggest survey ever in Australian history. So if they did a survey about cars, the R18 in video games beat it out, So yeah, they're doing it. I think the bill was passed, and I haven't seen what's going on with it since. So it's gonna be great when that comes in. Question 142 Deadman asks, can I make a character based on you for my fan-made stories? What other fighting games do you play, or what's your views on them? If you had to play one fighting game you hate, would it be Street Fighter or Tekken? What future crossovers would you want Mortal Kombat to have? Mortal Kombat crossover, easy. Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct. If I had to play a fighting game that I hate, would it be Street Fighter or Tekken? Probably Street Fighter. Like I said, sometimes I play Street Fighter 4. Can I make a character based on you for my fan-made story? Yeah, sure, I guess. Just don't sell it. If you sell it, you gotta pay me. What other fighting games do you play, or what's your views on them? Most the Killer Instinct. I don't play many other ones. And the last question, question 143, The Truth in All asks, can I share a story of one of your worst... Can you share a story of one of your worst arcade experiences? Everyone has that one story from the arcade. Wow. My worst arcade experience. Do you mean playing a game, or just in general? I was never bashed in an arcade, I can say that. My worst There was one. It wasn't really that bad, but it was quite annoying. My arcade machine stopped accepting $2 coins once. And, yeah, it took the $1 coins. The coin mechanism needed to be reprogrammed. So I had to shut the machine down for about a week, I think. And had an out of order on it, which sort of sucked. I lost a bit of money. I can't think of much else. My boss was a bit of a dick. It was okay at first, turned out to be a real fuckhead later on. Yeah, actually, yeah. After I lost my job there, I won't go into that. That's a long story. But the arcade I worked at was really, it was run by some dodgy people, you know, and they changed around the management structure when they were opening another store, and put this guy that no one liked in charge. And yeah, he never liked me, so he took his chance to get rid of me and went with it. And I had a fight with him one day. He demanded that I hand the keys to my arcade machine over to him, which I wasn't working at the shop, but my arcade machine was still in the shop. I was still giving him 50-50 profits. You know, for anyone who worked in the arcade industry, no one gave that. People, you know, would give 20% to the arcade. I said, look, I'll give you 50-50. That's how good I was. I had one machine, that's it. You know, it was my Mortal Kombat machine. He came up and he's like, oh, you know, I want keys to your machine, you know, because we need to do birthday parties and all this. And I'm like, well, if you want to do birthday parties, you can just put coins in and write VW on it, which was Virtual World. You know, I'll just give you the coins back. He's like, that's not good enough. And I went, well, you know, Steph, I ain't giving you keys to my machine. Because I hated this guy, you know. And he's like, oh, you can take your stupid machine out then, tomorrow. I'm like, fine, whatever, okay, I'll do that. You know, and then when he walked off, I opened up the arcade machine, I racked up 100 credits and walked off. That's how I got him back. So people just swarmed around my shit machine and played that all day long, and he lost profits from the other machines. That was probably one of the worst things. Losing my job there and having to deal with the idiots. You know, I really liked working in the arcade. But like I said, they were really shady guys, you know, so at first they weren't like that, and they just became like that, you know, so really it was a shame, because I really did like that arcade. When did you first get your Commodore 64, and name your earliest gaming memory? My earliest gaming memory, wow. Earliest gaming memory would be Ski Run on Atari 2600, when I got my first Atari 2600. That was my first console, my first gaming memory. Wizard of War, maybe, on Commodore 64, my neighbour had that. I first got my Commodore 64 around 1988, I'd say. I didn't get it when it first came out, I got it a little late in the picture. Actually, when I was young, my coordination wasn't very good. I was a pretty uncoordinated kid. You know, I didn't go out there and play soccer or any of that shit. And I think I was taken to a doctor or something about it when I was young. And a doctor recommended playing video games to help my coordination, and it did. Like, it really helped my coordination a lot. But it fucked me in other ways, you know. Later on in life, I didn't, you know, play computer games and didn't do my homework. So once I got onto the computer games, I couldn't get off. I was pretty much a game addict. Yeah, that's how I got the Commodore 64. My parents went out and bought it for me to help me with my coordination, and yeah, helped me big time. Hand-eye coordination. You know, you use your hands on the joystick and you watch the game and interact with it, you know. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That's it for Ask TMK episode 2. Wow, that was a lot of questions. A lot of questions. If I do another one of these, it's going to be one question per person. You've been warned. Yeah, thanks again for watching. I'm almost up to 9,000 subscribers. So, yeah, thanks again to all my subscribers for being cool. I do what I can to make new videos every week. So, yeah, I'll see you guys soon for the next Mortal Kombat video. See you later.